Hey friends, hey family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal Blue. I do Christian content and I also do what's called the Word of the Day. I also have videos and shorts of me and my family having fun together, and I have inspirational shorts. So if you like what you see and hear, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone is having a blessed day. A little bit of a slow start for me. Need my caffeine, got my Starbucks here. Sometimes it helps me along. So today we are going to be reading from First Timothy. And when I read over this, I actually read over it last night. I read it last week and I read it again this morning. And I thought about it. I run usually 3 to 4 times a week, anywhere from 2 to 3 miles. It depends on the day. Some days I run one, sometimes I run 1.5, sometimes I run two, sometimes I run 2.5. It just depends how I'm feeling that day. And I was thinking about when I ran it last night. I only ran a mile because the day before I ran like 2.5 miles. So I just kind of gauge it to how I'm feeling. And I'm like, I love running. I love exercising, getting that physical movement in. It makes me feel good and it'll keep me healthy and, help my endurance as long as I'm on this earth. And this is a great thing, to have that physical endurance. But in First Timothy in chapter 4, verse 8, he talks about something else that's a little bit better than physical endurance. Paul is talking to Timothy in particular. And this is what he says. Again, it is First Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. Paul is telling Timothy, he says, "For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promises for both the present life and the life to come." So physical training, all this stuff we're doing, this is great. Keep our bodies in shape. These little vessels that God has given to us that we're walking around in for a certain amount of time, it's great to keep it healthy and moving. That's all well and good. But godliness has value for all things, holding promises for both the present life and the life to come. So we can be healthy and in great shape. That's all well and good. But what's really important is godliness. It's one thing to be like the fittest, most buff person in the world, but if you don't have your Heavenly Father, you're pretty much worthless. And I know that sounds bad, but it's true. It's great to be a bodybuilder and be a healthy athlete and have your stuff together physically and have a great body. That is all well and good. But if you don't have God, then you have nothing. And this is really what Paul is telling Timothy. He was like, having God is great for this life and after, when we go on to be with our Heavenly Father. But for physical training, it's of some value. It is. But that godliness definitely holds more weight here and after. And, I always talk about we need to keep our physical bodies healthy and our spiritual bodies healthy as well by reading the word and staying connected, to the word. But at the end of the day, what's really important is our spiritual health. Yes, it's important to work out and eat right and do all those things, but your spiritual health, that really comes first. That godliness, that value, you really can't put any type of value on it because you can't put a value on it. It's priceless. To have that godliness, to have that relationship with God, to have Him in your life, now and for later on to come, it just holds so much weight. So I just want you to remember that, if you love to work out like I do, that's a great thing, but let's not put our spiritual health on the back burner. Let's just make sure that we are still tuned in and tapped in and getting what we need to nourish our spirit. Because our physical bodies, yeah, may be great, but if we don't have that spiritual going on, we're going to look pretty sick and emaciated. So let's stay plugged in. Let's stay keyed in. Let's stay tuned in with the word, continue to pray, do our devotions, and we will realize that in time, it's all going to come together. I'm going to read this verse again. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. "For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promises for both the present life and the life to come." So let's remember his promise to us for here and later on. All right. I hope this blessed you guys. Again, it was First Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. I love you guys. Marinate on it. As I always say, don't take my word for it. Read it for yourself. And y'all have a good weekend. And Lord willing, I will see you guys back here on Monday. Love you. Bye-bye.